those places as well. But download the app. It's not for us, it's for you. And it's our way of encouraging you guys. So let's encourage you again and download the app. What else can you do? You can make comments about the show with a free Spreaker.com account. That's SPREAKER.com. And let me give you a little bit of a example of how to do this, because you need to have a free Spreaker.com account. Now you can just go to SPREAKER.com, Spreaker.com, or you can just go into the front page of the podcast portal. Again, it's spelled PODCASTPORTAL. Go to the very front page of the podcast portal. So you got to go to the very front page of podcast portal, where it says podcast portal. Click on there. Then click on the chat bubble, which is at the top. Then scroll down. Well, you can scroll down. You can look at all the chats that, or the comments that people have made. But go to the very top next to Spreaker, where it says from iHeartRadio. Click on the sign up button. And then right at the very bottom it says or, and then your name, email, password login, password again. Just put in your name, your email, your password again. Hey, I'm not a robot. Hit the I'm not a robot. I agree to Spreaker's terms, conditions, and privacy policy. And then click on sign up, and that's it. Then log all the way back out of the app, and then log back into the app. And then from there, you'll be logged in. Then go back to the chat bubble one last time, and there you go. Now you can start making comments with a free Spreaker.com account. It's that easy. And all you have to do is download Podcast Portal, and that's it. There is nothing easier than downloading Podcast Portal, because you can do everything right straight from the portal. And the reason why I call it Podcast Portal, sorry if you heard that bing. The reason why I call this Podcast Portal is because a portal is a big window into something small. For example, a wormhole portal is a big, massive hole in the middle of in outer space, and that takes you to another dimension, another small dimension. So a portal is basically a big opening. Hold on, I'm losing my train of thought here. A portal is a opening, hold on, I'm losing my train of thought, guys. A portal is a big opening to something small. So Podcast Portal is a opening to my very small podcast, or my big podcast. It's a small opening to my big, giant podcast. And so there's a lot you can do on Podcast Portal. You can even listen to the play buttons. First one is 95.5 The Fish from Cleveland, Ohio. Second one is KJIC out of Texas. And the third one is my former church, Evangel Christian Churches. And you can listen to their Sunday services, morning and evening, after they go live on their platforms, which is YouTube and all that stuff. But you can listen to them live as well, right straight from Podcast Portal. So what else can you do? You can also do a Google search result. If we're discussing a topic like, say, Lazarus, and you want more information about Lazarus, or we're talking about, the blood and how it fell for you and me, you want more information about that, or the genealogy of Jesus, but you want more information about that, you can do Google search result at the bottom of the play buttons. Just go to the very bottom of the play buttons, click on the Google search bar, type in your search query, and hit the enter button on your keyboard or your virtual keyboard, because the search button is covered up by the email button. Also, what you can do is you can connect with me through Facebook, Twitter, and email. So here's a patented TGIF life hack. Number one, here's the scenario. You want to send us here at TGIF an email. So what do? Normally you go to communitycloud222@gmail.com, spelled COMMUNITYCLOUD222@gmail.com. Phew, see how long that takes to get out of me? So you want to send an email to communitycloud222@gmail.com. and you have to do that usually. Here's the TGF patented TGIF life hack. Download Podcast Portal. Number 1. Click on the email button, right-hand corner of any page. Click on your email client, Google, Yahoo, Bing, or AOL, wherever you use. And then click Always. Then type in your message and send it. Now that seems long. That really seems long. But the next time you go there, since you hit Always, you click the email button. It takes you directly that quick to the email. You type in your message and you hit send. That quick. It remembers your email client that you used, and it instantly takes you to that specific email, Community Cloud 222@gmail.com. Without having to spell a single word, takes you straight to it. So what you do is go to the bottom right-hand corner of any page again. You click on the email button. Looks like an envelope. You then click on your email client, which is Google, Yahoo, Bing, AOL, whatever you use, AOL or whatever. And then you click Always. Type in your message, hit send. So next time you go back to it, you just click the email button, bottom right-hand corner of any page. Looks like an envelope. Click on it, and then type your message, and then hit send. It's that simple. It's click, type, click. And that's it. So what else can you do with the app? Well, you can even chat with not just the host, but the co-host and all the listeners. Anybody who owns Podcast Portal can chat through the Portal Chat app as well. So go to the very last of the pages and click on just go from left to right. Take your finger at the edge of your phone, go from left to right. In your menu settings will pop up. You'll see Podcast Portal, main page. You'll see Facebook, F, T for Twitter. You'll see a play button picture. And then at the last of that, you'll see the little keyboard for a computer, which translates to chat. And that's the Podcast Portal. So go to the podcast, that's the Portal Chat. So go to the Portal Chat and just have fun. Talk with us during the show. Talk with us during the week. Just communicate with us, and we would love to communicate back with you. And that's one of the greatest ways to nonchalantly communicate with us, so you don't have to worry about giving out phone numbers, email addresses, or anything. You can just log in with your Facebook and your Twitter, and you can chat with us anonymously. But the thing is, you have to log with your Facebook or a Twitter. So either use your Facebook account or your Twitter account to log into Podcast Portal. Why? Is because this. There's a back door to that portal feature, Portal Chat feature. There's a back door to it. And anybody who has the link or the web page to it can go directly to that link, and instantly, when they get to that link, they instantly can start posting things. So in order for me to stop that, I had to put a verification like Facebook login or Twitter login, because now they have to be a real person instead of a robot posting all kinds of garbage they shouldn't be looking at or posting on a Christian podcasting app. So with that being said, go ahead, log in with your Twitter and your Facebook. There's nothing going on. I'm not going to take any information from you. The only real two things besides logging into Portal Chat with a Facebook or a Twitter, the only two main things that the app requires that you must do when you download it is let us know where you're listening from, which is location. Doesn't give you exact, just like you could say Ravenna, Ohio. It would say Ravenna, Ohio. Or it might say Cleveland, Ohio, or Detroit, Michigan, or, Hollywood, California. Come on down. So it could be any one of those. It could be something like that, but it just gives you your state and your city, so we know where you're listening from. And the only other thing it asks for permission is to draw over other apps. So when you draw over other apps, it allows you to download the episode straight from Podcast Portal, download it straight to your phone. Bada boom, bada bing, it's done. And then when you download it, it's easy to just do what you want to do with it. Listen to it, share with others, cut it, crop it, whatever you want to do, it's there for you. So hit that download button too at the top of Podcast Portal, right next to the comments bubble. And so what else can you do? That's about it. But it's going to be great. The portal chat is phenomenal. It's going to be great when people start using it. I think people don't use it just yet for portal chat because I got 13, 14 people who got the app. But the reason why I didn't use the portal chat right this instant is because what? It's because of this reason. I'm new to this. I wouldn't trust somebody who's new to give them my personal information. Why would I give somebody my personal information if they're new to this and I've never seen them before? Even if I never seen them, but someone else has and says they're good, then yeah, I'll trust them. As long as I trust that person. But why would I give somebody my information for Facebook or Twitter if I don't know who they are and don't trust them yet? And the thing is, I'm not taking information from you. You're just using that to log in. So that being said, download that app. Go to Portal Chat. That's PORTALCHAT. Go to Podcast Portal. PODCAST space PORTAL. Again, that's PODCAST space PORTAL from TGIF. Available on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, and the Android Market. And it's where Jesus most definitely and ultimately come first. So download that app. It's not for us. It is for you. Well, guys, that does conclude our announcements for today. That includes our announcements. So we are going to get into a song. And let me see something for just a minute, because I got to remember something here. So we're going to get into a song. I got a great song that I want to play right now. And I'm going to tell you what that song is in just a minute. I'll be there in just a second with you guys. I think it's in here. Okay, it's not. I remember where I have that song at because I'm going to play you a song. And it's a great song by Dudley Smith. But I want to make sure I got the name of the song right. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Let's do this song for the beginning of the show, simply entitled, I Come to Worship You, by none other. Let me make sure it's not on here. By none other. Oh, it is not I Come to Worship You. Let's do that. I Come to Worship You by none other than Dudley Smith. Enjoy I Come to Worship You.
To offer up my song and worship you.